A closure plan lays out the process that a facility will have to follow as they proceed with the closing of the facility. The community has been exposed for years to lead dust, and we really want to make sure that this is done right. DTSC must approve the facility's closure plan before closure begins. The regulatory requirements are very extensive for a closure plan. The plan must lay out closure performance standards that serve to protect workers, the community, and the environment from toxic harm throughout the closure process. The plan needs to be detailed and contain a schedule. There must also be financial assurance. The amount of money needed to effectively implement the closure plan must be set aside before the closure process begins.
Phase 1 of the closure of Exide will consist of the 3 Ds: decontamination, deconstruction, and disposal. Removal and disposal of hazardous waste stored at the facility is the first step in the closure process. Battery components in the processing equipment, lead product in kettles and near furnaces, wastewater in the tanks and the sumps are some of the toxic materials that will be removed from the facility and recycled at an authorized facility or disposed off-site. 7,000 tons of feed material have already been removed and shipped off-site with DTSC's approval. The equipment used in the hazardous waste management, such as the wastewater treatment plant, will be removed toward the end of the closure process. It will be used to treat wastewater created from cleaning the buildings and the equipment.
A hazardous waste unit is anything that has basically come in contact with hazardous waste. So it's anything that stored it, or if it was part of the process of removing lead, in the case of Exide, from anything, it becomes a unit. And so each unit is regulated, and we keep track of each unit through this whole process.
The equipment used in hazardous waste management and storage units used to store and manage the facility's waste must be cleaned or decontaminated. So building walls would be decontaminated, roofs would be decontaminated, machinery would be decontaminated, as well as flooring and other items. This process involves vacuuming and pressure washing the equipment and structures.
After decontamination, confirmation samples will be taken from the facility and tested in labs to make sure the decontamination methods were successful. Confirmation sampling includes doing things like wipe sampling for lead dust on large surface areas. We'll also be doing concrete chipping and core samples for floors, and we'll be doing soil samples. After confirmation sample results confirm that the cleaning was successful, the hazardous waste management equipment will be deconstructed to manageable sizes before they are removed from the site. Some equipment will be shipped to other facilities for reuse, some will be recycled as scrap metal, and some will be disposed of as hazardous or non-hazardous waste.
Once the equipment has been removed, the buildings will go through the decontamination process. Structures will be encased in a sheath or tinted before they're cleaned. Cleaning will start from top to bottom, first using HEPA vacuums to remove dust from interior walls, ceilings, and floors, and then the structures will be pressure washed.
Confirmation samples will then be taken from buildings, concrete, and soil. Deconstruction means actually removing hazardous waste units from inside the buildings, and then also removing the buildings themselves. Buildings will be taken apart in sections in a meticulous process. Safety measures to prevent dust from spreading off-site, as well as air monitoring, will take place throughout the closure process to ensure the safety of the surrounding businesses and communities. Equipment and structures will be shipped to other facilities for reuse, or will be recycled as scrap metal, or will be disposed of as hazardous or non-hazardous waste. We're treating it as if people from our family are there, and we want to be as protective as possible for the community.